Hello, Abnormal Investigations. Good to see y'all. I usually do not drop a live on the days that I go boots on the ground, but tonight I want to go ahead and drop a live, and I want to remind y'all that tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time I will be boots on the ground, so I hope y'all can join me. It'll be the last one before the Halloween special, so I hope to see y'all in the boots on the ground tonight. It's always good to see you guys. I have a encounter here I want to share with you, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll never forget that chilling autumn evening when my life changed forever. It was 2004 and I was 25, an avid fisherman seeking solitude in the Titan River's serene waters. The sun's fading light cast long shadows through the dense trees, and the crisp air carried a scent of the damp earth. As I ventured deep into the woods, the silence grew thicker, punctuated only by the occasional fish jumping or the leaves rustling. As dusk approached, an eerie feeling settled over me. The woods darkened and nature's sounds seemed to vanish. Every snap of a twig, every creak of a tree branch definitely got my attention. I reminded myself that not every sound in the woods is an animal, but my mind raced with possibilities. Suddenly the wind picked up, rustling leaves and sending just an ominous feeling through my body. I felt like I was being watched, the weight of the unseen eyes upon me. The trees seemed to loom over me, casting long, ominous shadows. A faint whispering began, like leaves rustling in an unknown language. The sound sent chills all over my body. It sounded like whispers, little kids, adults, even conversations. I strained to listen, but the words remained indistinct. The whispering grew louder, swirling around me. Every step that I took seemed amplified, echoing through the stillness. The rustling of the leaves, the snapping of the twigs, and the creaking of the branches all blended into a symphony of unease. A foul smell hit me, copper and death. Overwhelming and nauseated, suddenly a gaunt figure emerged from the shadows. Its eyes, they were glowing yellow, the brightest embers I had ever seen. The skin was so pale and stretched tight over its bones. What I seen that night, I believe, was a Windigo, and it moved with unnatural grace, its presence both captivating and terrifying. I froze and paralyzed in complete, utter fear. The Windigo's eyes locked onto mine, and I felt an intense primal connection. It was as if I saw into my very own soul. I tried to run, but my legs wouldn't move. The Windigo began to circle around me, its movements fluid and deliberate. Panic surged through me. I turned and I ran, branches whipping me in the face and in the arms. The Windigo's face was chasing me. The Windigo's footsteps were light but relentless. I stumbled, fell, and I scrambled to my feet as the Windigo closed in. Its long, skeletal fingers grasped me, cold and unyielding. Hot, rancid breath on my neck made my skin feel as if a horse or an elephant was breathing down your back. I struggled, but it was no use. In a desperate bid to escape, I flailed my arms, connecting with the Windigo's chest. Its ribs felt hollow like a skeleton. The Windigo didn't flinch, and its grip began to tighten. Just as all hope seemed to be lost and I figured that I was going to die, I remembered the flare gun on my side that I always carried in the woods. I grabbed it, fired, and momentarily it repelled the Windigo. It was afraid of the light. The bright light and heat gave me just enough time to break free and to sprint away. I didn't look back, fearing what I might see. My heart was pounding in my chest, and every little noise made me jump. I ran until I reached my car, speeding away back to the reservation. That night I couldn't sleep, haunted by those glowing eyes and the stench of death. Researching Windigo legends, I realized how lucky I was to even have survived. The stories spoke of an ancient evil born from darkness, greed, and the violation of sacred lands. I devoured every account, seeking answers. Why did it target me? Was I just a random victim, or something more? The more I learned, the more questions I had, but also the more afraid I got. I reached out to my native uncle, sharing my story, and he listened intensely, offering ancestral wisdom and protection rituals. His guidance reassured me, providing a sense of peace and a plan for future encounters. My boy, he said, you have faced a terrible evil, but you have also been given a gift, the knowledge of the unknown. Respect the land, honor the spirits, and always be prepared. That terrifying encounter changed me. The woods, once my peaceful escape, now I feel like it was just foreboding. I vowed to return better prepared and more cautious. Until then, I'll carry the memory of those glowing eyes and the lessons learned from my Windigo encounter. The experience taught me to appreciate the beauty and the danger of the natural world. I've developed a deeper respect for the land and its inhabitants. Years have passed since the fateful night, but the memory remains vivid. I've learned to live with these things. The experience has taught me that there is things in these woods we don't even know what they are. Years and years pass, but I still remember it like it was yesterday. The sounds that we hear in the woods are not always an animal, as I once thought. They are not always the wind. They are the other occupants that dwell in these woods, that were sent to these woods. The ones that we send away, and then we go to where we sent them. We must think of it that way. Why do we go in search of these things that we've sent away, that stay away from us? Why do we search them out? Do they have a right to be mad at us? What are the voices that we hear? Mike, I know you hear voices, and the same voices that you've heard on your videos are the same voices I heard in the woods also. Each time they will get more and more and more. And before you know it, you're seeing them, they're touching you, and they're attacking you. We must know our limits. Thank you for sharing my encounter. Well, that'll give you some chills. I'm hoping that it doesn't touch me or attack me. But I would like to get some footage, evidence. I'm glad that you're safe and you was able to escape. That was a really interesting encounter. Thank you for sharing it. And guys, I hope to see you tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time for the Boots on the Ground. And keep your head on the swivel. Don't be something's dinner. And I'll be attempting to do that tonight. I hope to see you in the chat. Take care, guys. Please smash the like button also on this video.